Yeah, it tells me you're recording.
Brilliant, lovely. Hi, Janet. Nice to see you again.
Hello.
Janet, good to see you. Where we met, I think it was about sort of October time, wasn't it, last year? I think it's a networking event in Stevenage, and I know I invited you along to our growth club, which is like our planning day, a planning for success. And so we plan out for the next 90 days. And I know you came along to that, and were a very good participant on the day, so that was great. And then we're all due for the March, so they're done every quarter. We're all due for the March event. Unfortunately, Boris announced that we were all locked down, and that was cancelled. So we've now done sort of pivoted and changed. So we've got the virtual growth club happening now, and I believe you've come along. I know you've come along to 2 of those. So Janet, I'm just wondering, really, what made you think of having why do you need a business coach from the sort of point of when we met? Because a lot of people don't know what a business coach is for sure. So what made you, why did you think you needed a business coach?
Well, my honest answer is I didn't think I did need a business coach. I was very surprised, actually. So when I first came along, I didn't come along to your growth club. I came along, you did a half-day seminar.
Yes.
And I came along to that, and that's when the thing which really stuck in my mind was
that was the free taster session, wasn't it? There's 6 steps taster session.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. No, that's fine. And actually, the thing which really stuck in my mind there is that transition from going from a self-employed person to a business owner, and that I thought that I was a business owner and I wasn't. I was acting like a self-employed person, and there is a huge difference. And that's why I bought into the Growth Club, because that's what's going to help me get from being a self-employed admin support to a business owner, and hopefully building an empire of admin support.
Brilliant, super. So what is it in a nutshell then that you actually do for businesses then? How do you help businesses grow?
So I help them focus more on what they do best. So I provide admin support to preferably local businesses for their admin needs.
Yeah. Can it just be local guys, or I suppose now with the use of working from home and Zoom and meeting and Skype and all these other platforms?
Well, initially I was thinking local, but now because I've discovered Zoom because of the COVID, it can be nationwide. But I like to provide support, not just do the work. I like to provide the support. So
cool. Yeah. So during the what sort of change then what was the kind of big difference then between coming along to the Growth Club day, the full day up at Needham House Hotel, and then the virtual morning session that we've changed into? What are the sort of pros and cons, I suppose, really? I'm asking.
Well, I think what I get out of them is both the same. I come away with a complete plan of what I'm going to do either in the next 90 days or the next 30 days. And I've made that list myself. You've helped me, but I've made that list. It's not somebody else's plan, so it's achievable. Obviously the cons of virtual are you don't get to interact with the other business owners in the room, and not even just from a networking point of view, but just from a social point of view. So that's huge.
I know you're
downside to everything at the moment.
I think you're on a table with William and Paul and Alan.
I don't know. The chip shop owner just fascinated me. Didn't know I could have such a long conversation about potatoes and chips, and I was fascinated.
He's a great guy. He's been working with me a long time. So that's great. Super. So it's probably that. So it's that creating that plan. And again, there's nothing stopping you doing a plan or anyone doing a plan at home, is there? Really? I think from what I got from
the first visit, definitely what I got from it is as I was setting up my business, I started to think I need to do this, and I would start on that plan. Oh no, I can't do that until I've done this.
Yeah.
And then I'd start doing that. Oh no, I can't do that until I've done this. So I felt like I just kept going backwards, which was fine.
Yeah.
But all it made me do was see that there were all these other steps ahead of me, and what a big, long journey I had to go on.
Yeah.
And rather than it incentivizing me, it just made me stop still in my tracks, really.
Yeah.
You know,
So
I was the rabbit in the headlights.
Yeah. So you're caught in that kind of overwhelm of, oh my.
Yeah, overwhelmed. That's exactly the right word.
So much, so much to do.
Yeah.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So
and so when I came to the club and we had the booklet, and I realised that it was a lot of the things were a long way in the future.
Yeah.
But it helped me focus on what I needed to do now.
Brilliant.
What was my first step?
Yeah.
And also made me realise as well some of the steps that I had already taken that I hadn't realised.
Yeah.
So it was a good motivation.
So kind of bit of reflection of, well, where am I now? Where am I now? And there will be some really good things and some good things that you've achieved. But where do I perhaps want to be in the next 30, 90 days, or where's my business going to end up when it's finished, if you like? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. It'll never be finished.
Never. Oh yeah. Oh, that enough. Yeah, that's interesting. It'll never be fit. Yeah, no. It'll always be growing and developing. For sure. I was kind of often saying, it's that it's changing until enough's enough. And again, if you're in sports, a sports person, Usain Bolt, when he was running, he was never fast enough. He always wanted to be faster. Yeah. But when he came to retire, that's the point where enough was enough, really. But until that point, he definitely had his coach, and he was very, very, very driven, very, very driven. Cool, brilliant. Oh, that's great. So there's some really good little insights there, really. So it's getting things. So just to sort of summarise, then, really, with what you're saying, is it's really having that plan in a surrounding with other business owners, and having someone there that you can perhaps bounce ideas off. And
that is what happened initially,
Yeah.
And that's again, that's a bit of what's missing at the moment. But it's still good. You're still listening to other people. Actually, it does happen because it comes up in the chat and whatever. So it is still. People are still asking questions. So it's not as though it's disappeared. It's just obviously better face to face.
Yeah. No, I think in the virtual one, it will kind of as it grows, and my vision for it really is that it's on a monthly basis, and more and more people coming on board, and it's more time talking of what's wins and what's working well within the group, rather than the emphasis on me coming along with some learn this and here's this and try this sort of thing. It will be coming from within rather than from me. So that'll work. I'm sure that will work and happen as things go by, as things we carry on. Brilliant. So so it's good. So it's that little bit of that focus, really. And it's just getting that there is help out there. That's interesting to.
And I think actually you've got a lot to do with it as well, because prior to that I had met people at networking events, and I wouldn't quite say I avoided them, but it was just sort of like, it's not for me, and it must be from the conversation that we had at that networking that inspired me to come along to your workshop in the first place.
Oh,
cool. So you definitely have to find the right coach for you.
Brilliant. Oh, that's good. I wish I could remember what I said. I just say
I don't know.
Oh, that's good. Brilliant. No, thanks for that. That's good. But it's interesting that there is that little ladder, really, of the seminar. Come along to the free seminar, then into the sort of product ladder, if you like. Into the growth club, and then now it's turned into a virtual growth club.
And as you know, it's one of my targets this month is to ensure that I carry on with this journey that I started.
Yeah, because it is a journey, isn't it? Really, it's not. And I think if you can be, being as best as you can be, really, isn't it? I don't think it's very easy to compare with other people and say, well, oh, they're in a better position than me, or they're this, they're that, and in everything in life. But it's easy to say, well, actually, how can I be better? What is it that I need to do? So as long as I'm getting better, I'm quite happy with that. I'm trying not to compare with other people, other action coaches, for instance. That would be other business coaches. Good, brilliant. So I look forward to seeing you again on June the 9th.
June the 9th in the diary.
Brilliant. That's Tuesday. I'm not sure why we changed to Tuesday, but it's changed to Tuesday. During the 9th. And yeah, if you could just say one thing to encourage people to come along to the Virtual Growth Club, what would that be?
Just if you want your business to grow, you need to come along and meet other business owners and listen to Steve.
Super, lovely. Thanks, Janet.
Work on your business.
Cool. Yeah, be on your business, not in it. Lovely.
Exactly.
Thanks very much for your time.
That's okay.
See you on the 9th.
Yeah, stay safe.
Stay safe.